Forever. Dog.
Hey everybody, it's Michelle Collins. So relaxed, so quiet where I am. I'm in a hotel room on the opposite side of the world. I don't know what that voice is, but hi everybody, it's Michelle Collins. It's Midnight Snack. It's my least favorite word, a podcast. God, I hate saying that word so much. I wish that we could come up with a new word for podcast. So when I ask people to do it, I don't have to say, hey, can you do my podcast? It's like, I feel like my teeth buck out of my lips and I just hate saying it. But anyway, glad you're subscribing. Glad you're listening.
Do subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but hit subscribe. Tell your friends. Leave a review if you like. We have some funny reviews. I might read some reviews with you, Dan. And yeah, I'm here in London still for the time being. Lockdown lifted. I'm here with my friend, my co-host, who is, I swear, Dan, you are, and I'm not just saying this, you are looking better and better every week.
Really?
I swear to you.
Oh, thank you.
Dan Acton. Hi, Dan.
Hey, how are you, Michelle?
I'm good. You really look good. And for those who can't see, which is everyone, I have my laptop prepped up on 2 bath towels to give me, you notice I have no makeup on, not even mascara on. But I'm looking okay.
No, you look great.
I'm in monster mode. I feel like I'm like verging into Bethany territory facially, but Dan's laptop is pointed from under, which is for me like full Easter Island, and you look great.
Thank you so much. I have like my product on, and it's a sunny day, so I guess
it's sunny.
Just everything's aligning.
It was foggy here in London town today. Quite foggy, actually.
It always is.
Always is. Always is. Lockdown lifted. Since we had the show last week, lockdown has lifted. The rules in this world for Corona are just whatever. Like, truly, it's a collective.
Nobody
outside
knows.
of New Zealand and outside of Australia, it is a collective, from like every nation on the planet.
Yeah, what's the difference between like lockdown and not lockdown for you?
Okay, so lockdown, which by the way, I loved lockdown. We can insert the Kanye song here because I was not shopping. Like I bought a couple things online. You know that I came here with 2 70-pound luggages and I'm now, you don't want to understand. I mean, you can't see behind me. I have a problem. It's fine. We're working through it. I just feel like once the stores are open, the only thing I have to do other than like my job and my show is put a mask on and go walking and then popping into a shop or two. But I've learned the hard way. Yeah. So it's really bad for me. And I think especially because they were closed for a month where I was literally truly Jane Austen, like every park, I would just like saunter. I was always sauntering through somewhere like,
Right. You had like a very wholesome existence, at least from your social media. It's very wholesome, like walking around the park,
ducks,
like seeing a goose, whatever.
I love geese. I love them all. It just like I was really fucking cute during lockdown. And then it lifted and I hate to reference famed pedophile Michael Jackson, but I went full Thriller. Like my eyes turned yellow, fangs came out, my arms were hairy, and I'm like, gotta get to the shops. Like I was out of my head. So I put a mask on and I think it lifted last Wednesday. It actually lifted a day early. It was supposed to be Wednesday night. And then Wednesday during the day, everything was open. What is nice though, because there are really no tourists here, it's not like the people who are, it's busy, but it's not tourist busy, which is kind of good.
Right. Yeah, that's nice. I don't know. Do you do a lot of like online shopping though? Because I'm buying probably more than ever.
Really?
Because I'll just sit here, every night and just like refresh review sites and Wirecutter, and I'm like, I guess I don't have the best shovel yet.
Well, I remember when you bought that shovel, and I supported the purchase of the shovel. I can't buy. The funny thing is, because I'm traveling, there's certain things I just can't buy. I actually went. You want to hear something that sucked? I went. There's an interior design company called House of Hackney that I always have loved here in London. Yeah. Discovered them initially at Liberty of London. And it's very expensive. They have like gorgeous velvet cushions with like palm leaves. I mean, the word is sumptuous fabrics. And yesterday I had brunch with my friend Kate, which was delicious. I ate ox cheek, which I thought sounded so foreign. It was so fucking delicious. And I called my mom after, my mom has a way of just ruining everything. And I called my mom and I went, hey, and she went, hi. I said, I had some braised ox cheek. Can you believe that? And she went, yeah, that's cow. She went, that's a male cow. I was like, oh. Like totally. I was like, ox? Sheep.
You know what an ox is.
I know, but in my mind, they have like curled horns. I was thinking more of like.
Sure, yeah. Like water buffalo.
Yeah, water buffalo. Yeah. I was thinking of, one of my favorite jokes is, why are there no Jews in jail? Because they eat locks. It's just a good one. It just rhymes. Okay. Now back to the show.
It's good.
And there are plenty of Jews in jail. See also Harvey Weinstein. But glad I had to mention Harvey, had to mention MJ, and we're back.
Yeah, this is cool.
I'm having so much fucking fun. I don't even know what is going on. So yesterday, we had brunch out in East London, and I did two things this weekend that I would call highly controversial. I woke up Saturday morning, because I love an outlet. Dan Acton.
Yes. I mean, obviously.
Truly, if the Jews aren't in jail, they at the outlets, which is why I go. And there's an outlet here outside of London near Oxford called Bicester Village. It's spelled Bicester, but it has to be a little fancy.
Gotcha, yeah.
I call it Bisties. So they were opening at 8:00 in the morning. I thought, you know what? And this is why I'm actually stupid. I should have gone on a weekday, but it was going to be sunny Saturday. I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a train ticket and go. I was out the door at 7 a.m. I caught the 7:20 a.m. It's pretty impressive on a Saturday.
That is.
And you know me, I'm like a big bear. Like I love to sleep. Caught the 7:20 a.m. I was the only person on the train both ways, for the record. I've been very careful. I know I accept your judgment. If you're being judgmental about me going to the outlets, you're right. Okay? You win. You win.
Put that out there.
No, I am. I'm saying you're right. Is it the safest thing to do? No. I agree. Mask on the whole time, but I get it.
Okay. Yeah.
So in the meantime, I get there and it was kind of busy-ish, and there were all these like cute security guards, because I went on on Boxing Day last year before Corona, and when I tell you that there had to be 10 million people there, it was Titanic going down. And there were 8 boats, and then everybody was losing their fucking mind. So this time they had a thing called a digital line. So instead of making everyone line up outside, let's say Gucci or Prada, you had to take a picture of this QR code, which then put you in a digital line and would text you when it was your turn to go into the store.
Oh, geez.
Which is clever if you knew about it, but I don't.
Yeah.
So by the time I got to these big stores, which obviously I never buy shit at the Gucci outlet. I think once I bought a pair of loafers that I've literally never worn. But I wanted to go in. I like to see what's there.
Yeah,
that's why I go.
Yeah.
And they were like, no more line spaces today. Keep moving. It was Titanic.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah. And this was at 8:30. The mall opened at 8. They're like, we're out of line spaces. Keep up moving. Keep left. Keep left. Screaming. I was like, okay.
They were done for the whole day?
They were like, we might in 3 hours put it back out. But I was like, I don't even need anything, and I don't even have the money for this.
Yeah. You're just doing this for fun.
Just for fun. Hey friends, if you like podcasts, and I know you do, you're going to love Stitcher. The all-new Stitcher is the easiest way to discover and listen to podcasts for free across iOS and Android. With Stitcher, you can access your latest episodes, downloads, and favorite shows all in one convenient spot. It's podcast listening made simple, the way it should be. Stitcher is home to all your favorite podcasts, from classics like My Favorite Murder, our very own Race Chaser, and How Did This Get Made, to new hit shows such as Rear View, That's Messed Up, and of course, my show, Midnight Snack, with me, Michelle Collins. Stitcher has been rebuilt from the ground up with features and settings as unique as you are, so you can listen with more control. Choose your download preferences per show and listen at virtually any speed. You can do whatever you want to make your podcast listening experience the best for you. With Stitcher, you can listen to your podcasts anytime, anywhere. You could be listening at your desk, on our revamped web player, or on your phone. Midnight Snack has never sounded better. So give the all-new Stitcher a try. Download it in the App Store or at stitcherapp.com/midnightsnack. That's stitcherapp.com/midnightsnack. So I ended up getting back on the 9:20 return, which felt great. Got back into town, went for a nice long walk. But yesterday I went to, this is all about buying things I can't take back with me. I went to this other fake outlet that's in an area called Dalston.
Okay.
And it's close though. It's like a 10-pound Uber from where I'm staying. So I got there and there's literally 4 stores. There's a Nike outlet. There's a Burberry outlet, which is a waste of time. Pringle, which is a Scottish cashmere company.
The chips?
Pringles chips outlet. two tubes for $3. No, 3 tubes for $2. That was the deal. 3 tubes for $2. And I took the tube to the tube sale, and y'all, I got my tubes tied at the Pringles outlet. I had a great time. To get your tubes tied at the Pringles outlet, come on. So stupid. But anyway, so randomly though, I was so pissed because House of Hackney, this company that's so expensive, was having a sample sale that weekend. And I hadn't gotten an email about it, anything. And I'm on their list. Oh. So I got there for like the last hour. But what's so annoying is that they had so little left. And you know that feeling of just, it was like true FOMO for me. Because I would have gone Friday, honestly. Like, I love their stuff so much. So I ended up getting 2 just like pillow cushions, which I'll send you a picture of. Actually, I'll do it now. Dan, how's New York doing? Do you feel physically threatened by people there? Talk to me.
Threatened. No, I've been inside like most of the week, but I did go out Saturday night. Actually, I talked to you on the phone a little bit.
Oh yeah, beforehand. Yeah, but you went to the Cardiff Giant. Tell everyone.
I did. I went to the Cardiff Giant. If you're within the sound of my voice in Brooklyn, go to the Cardiff Giant. But I met friends there, and one of my friends had like a really like cool Oxford shirt, like a bright mustardy shirt, and I'm like, oh, that's great.
Love that.
He's like, yeah, I had to get it at the Salvation Army because all our laundry was stolen out of the washing machine. That like they're
in the building, or wait.
Yeah.
This is my worst nightmare because I leave. It's so funny that you're saying this because in New York, I'm lucky in that I live in a building that has washers and dryers in the basement,
right.
Which honestly, not all buildings have that. It's certainly not the older ones. So it's a blessing. Yeah. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
But there's a creepy old man. I call him the old man from Home Alone who lives in the basement of my building. I think his name is Arthur. And there he is. That's Arthur texting me going, I hear you, bitch. No, that's me texting you those pillows.
No, that's me. Yeah, that's the pillow. This is a beautiful pillow.
Look at that beautiful pillow.
It's cool.
It's like a snakes and ladders velvet cushion.
Yeah, it's very like British interiors.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah,
I love a British interior. We call it a BI. Love it. But no, I have been convinced. It's funny because I talk about something getting stolen from me with our guests a little bit later, which definitely was taken from me. But I'm convinced that someone does go in there and like steals like a pair or 2 of my underwear because I swear every time I do laundry, and I've come back before where the dryer, when you open the dryer and close it, if you don't press the button again, it doesn't spin. And I've come back where someone has opened it and my shit I've lost the money and it's been soaking fucking wet. That is like, that shit will make me tear the building down with my fists. Like I get so angry. But I'm convinced that Arthur, this is the same guy who wanted sweatpants new or used. XXL, remember he put a sign up in the building early on in pandemic. The guy weighs about 88 pounds, literally soaking wet. And he put a sign up going, hey, need sweatpants, new or used, double XL. Leave them in front of my door. Thanks, Albert. And I felt bad. And so I bought a pair of $10 sweatpants on Amazon for him. But they definitely were not for him unless he was stepping into one side as like a mermaid skirt and cutting the shit in half. I don't know how he was wearing it.
It's just doing like a craft or something. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, they got there. Was it from the building or a laundromat?
From the building. So they had like, it's sort of like a brownstone where it's like one building, but it's split down the middle.
Yeah.
And so on the other side, they have access to a laundry that the whole building has. So it's probably, so it could be somebody from like the other half of the house, or it could just be somebody that found a key and kept it and like secretly goes in there. But it's like so much money to lose and to like try to remember everything that you had in there.
It's not even money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the curation and having to go. I mean, my stuff is from literally every corner of the internet and every ASOS sale. Most of it's trash. Lucky for me, the stuff I'm washing is mostly garbage, like Gap pants and undies and stuff, because the good shit gets dry cleaned. But I can't imagine. I would. It's my number one nightmare having my laundry stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It's totally weird. And like something's happened with me recently. So I've gotten my laundry like picked up and they like pick it up and deliver it, whatever. And all of my socks, like I only buy one kind of sock and just like 100 of them.
Yeah.
There's one pair that all of a sudden I put it on and like the heel, some huge person has put these on.
No.
So all of a sudden the heel is stretched out. So it's almost up to my knee.
Wait a minute. On one pair or on a bunch of them?
One pair. On one pair.
Are you sure it's the same sock?
Yes, it's the same. Yeah, they're all the same except for one pair. Some behemoth like
By the way, listener, he said behemoth and literally bore eyeball holes through me. He went some behemoth, and I felt that.
I should have averted my eyes. But
yeah, avert. When you say behemoth, avert, please. Thank you. Go on.
But I don't know what happened because it's just this one pair. I don't know. It drives me crazy.
Wow.
It's really annoying.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, listen, I told you I took my laundry to get washed and that the hot guy saw like all my filthy, dirty underwear. The guy in Clark and Well. I didn't tell you that?
No.
So when I was living at the first VRBO, and obviously during lockdown, I was literally only wearing workout pants, undies, bras, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and my coat every day.
Sure.
And so I had a bag full. And listen, Dan, I know you don't know much about women's genitalia, but you go for a 7-mile walk. By the time you're done, just, you sweat. Like, I mean, just things happen. Oh my God, Tracy, am I saying anything? Wait. Tracy, I need you to pipe in on air for this. Tracy, the other woman on this podcast, am I saying things that are not true? Because honestly, if this is only me, then I don't want this to go public. When you're wearing underwear like for a long walk and you're done, this shit doesn't look brand new clean.
No.
Okay, thank you. You agree, right? No, you agree.
Absolutely not. Everyone needs to be talking about this more. Thank you.
No, first of all, that is Tracy. For those who think I make Tracy up, someone adds on Instagram at Tracy the producer, and it goes nowhere. But Tracy does exist, and Tracy also has dirty underwear after a long day. Just, you have natural berries and juices, to quote Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. Things happen, and that's it. Okay. So I had
All right, cool.
I had a bucket full of underwear. It wasn't dirty. By the way, and let me just clarify, I'm a fucking clean person. I shower every fucking day, at least twice. Tracy, please back me up. I need it again. I need you to back me up again because Dan, at this point, you agree.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it's embarrassing. And you know what? We all need to stop being embarrassed because things come out and it's there and it happens.
Tracy, I've never felt closer to you. I love you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for fessing up.
I think you should be the face of this issue.
Well, Dan doesn't want to talk about it because he, at this point, I mean, you've literally closed your laptop to like an inch.
Well, then, yeah, I know. But like, then do you only buy like black underwear?
It don't matter black or white. It don't matter if you're, I keep referencing MJ today and it literally doesn't matter. Okay. So wait. So I had underwear and I had like leggings and t-shirts and whatever. And I called this one laundromat up to see if I can drop off because it was like a weekend or something, just to make sure they were open. Cause again, lockdown at the time. And no one picks up. And I decided, let me see if I can text the laundromat because on their website, a number came up. I had put the phone number in WhatsApp because I wasn't able to dial it from my cell phone, but WhatsApp is like international. That's what it was. So I called the number from WhatsApp thinking, I don't know, maybe it can go through a business line. And no one picked up and I hung up and then saw that it was a picture of like a hot looking man and his bio, you have a place where you can like say something about yourself, was the fucking devil emoji. Okay. So I was like, oh my God, I'm like embarrassed. So this is clearly like, this is not the fucking laundromat. This is some like hot British guy. Like, and I'm calling him my fucking dirty underwear. So he immediately calls me back and I don't pick up and I block the number.
Oh my God.
So I decide I'm going to go in. I'm going to risk it. So I go in the next morning with my bag. I'm talking like fucked up stuff. Okay. And I have it in a big garbage bag. It's heavy. And I open the door and there's this like hot short guy, like so well dressed in the laundromat. And I'm like, hi, with no mask on, by the way. I had my mask on. He was like, come in. And I go, sorry, do you mind putting your mask on? And there was tension. This has happened a couple times here where there's tension. In one Uber, the guy didn't want to cover his nose. I almost got another one. And then he eventually did. Shit like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I go, look, I don't want to come in. He goes, yeah, I'll put it on, whatever. And I go, hi, like, just, and I'm thinking, is this guy gonna wash my fucking underwear? I'm like, this is a fucking nightmare. And I want it to be, who washes it usually? It's like some lady,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like, hi. I go, I'm just, I'm in from America. And he goes, oh, where are you from? I go, I'm from New York. He goes, did you call me yesterday? And I went, I did. I'm sorry. I don't even lie. I was like, that was me. And I said, oh, you just don't look like someone who would work in a laundromat. And he went, which is like, classist of me. I don't know. It's like shitty that I even said that. But he just did not look. He looked like a guy who'd be like a coked up banker with like small man syndrome. He did not look like a guy who'd be like, laundering and doing a wash and dry, And he went, well, I'm the owner. Like, I own this place. And because of COVID, like, I can't get anyone to work here. So I'm working here. I was like, okay. So anyway, I dropped my laundry off and I was genuinely shaking. So anyway, but then I went to pick it up. They did the most beautiful wash and fold job. I mean, it was like every piece of underwear was like flat and fresh. And I was just like, this poor guy had to like handle my knickers, as they say. I think about it and my body wants to like fully clam. Like I want to be like a little raw scrimp or a cooked one rather. Anyway, I imagine he has seen worse. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, for sure. Also, I don't really think about it. I just like, I mean, I'm not sending like crime scene.
Well,
sheets
there wasn't
anything,
crime
like,
scene sheets, Dan.
I'm not saying yours.
Okay, listen.
No,
can
I'm
I
not
just
saying
clear the
yours was-
record here?
Listen,
No,
I
you listen to me.
celebrate you, and all right.
You don't celebrate me. Hey, if there's one thing I won't stomach, it's lies being told on my podcast. You don't celebrate me. You don't. Let's not. Come on.
I do.
You don't. Because not many who celebrated me would have not scoffed when I mentioned that ladies sometimes after 9 hours of strolling the parks get a little something on their undies. And you didn't celebrate that. And Tracy, cut to the tape.
Tracy, edit it back so I say I celebrate it at the beginning of this story. Please.
You need to say it right now so she can splice it in. Like, I celebrate your dirty underwear. Like, you need to splice it in. My underwear is nice. My body is nice. I own it. I love it. I'm grateful.
Absolutely.
My body is my temple. But it was funny with that guy because I was just like, thanks for the laundry. Like, he looked like Jude Law. Like, he was gorgeous. I was just like,
Wow.
What is this man? But then he was like an anti-vaxxer type, you know? He was like QAnon-y. Like there was a vibe I didn't like.
So strange. Yeah.
Dan,
Yeah.
you know what? Even though you like fully lied to me, I celebrate you. I really
Thank
do.
you.
I really, really do.
I appreciate it, and I really do celebrate you.
Aww.
Constantly.
You really do. No, you know what, Dan? I'm sorry. I'm joking. It's for effect here. But you are a wonderful man and a better friend. And I just appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you, Michelle.
Dan, I love you. We have a really funny
Love
show
it.
coming up. And here it is. With the holidays just around the corner, I'm already looking for a wine selection to celebrate the season, even if the season looks a little bit different this year. And if you're like me and looking for new, interesting wines, or if you're like me and just love to drink, or a novice who needs a little bit of help, well, look no further than Bright Cellars. Bright Cellars is the wine subscription service that helps you find wines you love without the normal intimidation and wine pretentiousness you're used to. If you're a new wine drinker or someone who's been drinking wine for years, Bright Cellars will pair you with wines you love and provide a unique experience no other wine service can. All you need to do is take their 7-question quiz, and Bright Cellars will pair you with 6 unique and personalized wines. Recently, they sent me a 2019 Obscura Zinfandel, which is a beautiful red from California, and they sent it along with this great little card that explains everything you need to know about the bottle. They tell you about where the wine came from, food pairings, temperature to serve it at. I love Bright Cellars not only for the wine, but for the education. Bright Cellars has a dedicated team of wine concierges who can help send wine based on your schedule, so you can swap out bottles, switch to wine seasonally, or skip a shipment anytime. And if you don't like the bottle, Bright Cellars will work with you to include a replacement bottle in your next box and adjust your taste profile. It's not only a great service for you, it's a great gift. For my Midnight Snack listeners only, we are giving you 50% off of your first 6-bottle order from Bright Cellars. By going to brightcellars.com/midnight snack, that's Brightcellars, CELLARS.com/midnight snack, you can take their 7-question quiz to get your wine matches and get 50% off of your first 6-bottle order. Enjoy. Midnight Snackers, if you love sleep as much as I do, you'll listen up to what I'm about to tell you. You should be sleeping on a mattress that is made for how you sleep. It should work with you. Makes sense, right? Well, you can find a mattress based on how you sleep through Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Whether you're a side sleeper, hot sleeper, you like a soft or a firm bed, with Helix, you can find your specific mattress based on your specific taste. I took the quiz and I was matched with the Midnight Helix mattress because I wanted something that felt medium, and guys, it is perfect. It has this great memory plus foam, which is a special Helix blend blend that makes the mattress so comfortable it's a real dream to sleep on. Helix Sleep makes their personalized mattresses right here in America, and they ship them straight to your door with free, no-contact delivery, free returns, and a 100-night sleep trial. And if you're worried that they don't have the cred to back it up, you shouldn't, because Helix Sleep was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine and Apartment Therapy. Just go to helixsleep.com/Michelle, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they're going to match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. That's 100 nights. That's so many nights. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but I'm not worried about that. And right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off of all mattress orders. You're going to get up to $200 off at helixsleep.com/Michelle. That's helixsleep.com/Michelle. Hi, guys. Oh my God. This is a fun show. This is the kind of show that I say to myself, this isn't work. This is fun. Like, this is just hanging with my gal pals.
Yes.
Talking about our lives, correcting records when needed and necessary, which will happen.
No, all of COVID, I've watched all of your Insta stories of everyone feeling jealous, like, when will my time come? And I just feel like this is a pandemic dream come true.
Oh, to be on the show? Forget about it. I thought you were saying to get corona. And I'm like, I know. Same. Truly, every time I post a story, I'm like, God, I hope I get this fucking shit already. Because I thought I had it. I keep the narrative I'm going with is that I had it in March. And couldn't get tested because everybody in New York had it. But then I went to get the antibody tests, which I thought for sure, I was so cocky when they took my blood.
I got the antibody test just thinking I might be a superhero. Like, literally hadn't been sick, just thought, wouldn't that be fun if I had the antibodies and I was like a day walker?
Right.
It would be a very Kara thing to do, considering the day before you gave birth, we went to brunch and you had no problems. She like carpooled. She drove everybody.
I made a shed with my husband the day I checked into the hospital.
When you say shed, do you mean like because we're going to talk about Law and Order? What kind of shed are we talking about? Like a garden shed or like a man shed?
Yeah, like a garden shed. Like for we lived in this little house before we moved to our current house, and it just had no indoor storage, and so I needed some storage, and we got this little Home Depot shed that we made in our in the side of our house the day that I gave birth. I just I was feeling good the first pregnancy.
I would have built the shed and then immediately, like the second the last nail was in it, gone in, spread my legs, and had the baby in it. Like that just would have been fun. Let me introduce you so people know who the hell they're listening to.
Yes.
These two ladies are, I'll say this, fun to be at weddings with. They're fun to know. They're fun to go out with, fun to drink with. They have a new podcast coming out, which I'm really excited about. It's called That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast, which I believe the first episode drops Tuesday, correct?
Yes.
It's meaning today. So you can right now go and subscribe. That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast. They're also just comics and they're so funny. Lisa is at Glitter Cheese, and Kara, it's hard for me to say Lisa, we're going to talk about it. And Kara is at Kara Klenk, and they joined me today. Liza Treyger and Kara Klenk. Girls, thank you for doing the show. You look adorable. Look at you kids. So young.
We look like our podcast star. I've been rocking the scrunchy look the whole time. And then Kara's hair is just so luxurious.
Yeah, Kara, what is going on with that hair? Because I'm like quite greasy. You can't tell. Yours is so luscious looking. What?
I have it's kind of boring hair talk, but I have like a really great curling wand that I can recommend if you're interested in this.
I believe I'm asking for the info.
It's called the Sultra, like SULTRA, and it's just I think the problem a lot of people have with a curling wand is the clip. The clip is bad. I just have a wand and I wrap my hair around it. Yes, it's a burn hazard. You're gonna get burned. Just get on board. And you just wrap it around and leave it and then let go, and you get these like good big waves.
We're gonna now. I didn't think we'd have a fight so soon into the show, but I gotta say how I feel. First of all, I had an expensive curling iron. It's like the T3 white one that like it's hundreds at Sephora that was stolen from my house by a guy that I met on Tinder years ago, who we had like an on and off thing. And the last time he came over, he took stuff from me, and that was one of the things he took.
What?
So I had to go on eBay. It really has taken me a long time to talk about this. I've not actually publicly mentioned this on the show yet, but it was very awful for me. So I had to go buy another fucking one on eBay. And so I still don't like to use it because it reminds me of that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
what an
cheesy.
asshole.
He sold it to make money. He had long hair. He gave it to his mother. What do you think?
I don't know what and this was someone I knew for years. This was not like a random guy because that's
Right.
why pandemic style. It was like, okay, we're gonna go back to this. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to get into the theories. I do wonder if he did have a mild drug problem. That's not a joke.
Oh,
Because he
yeah,
did
yeah, yeah.
feel a little druggy. The last time I saw him, it was something was off, but I just thought he had biked to my house. I thought he was tired.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope he's listening to this and I hope he drops dead and knows that revenge is coming. But no, back to you girls. The curling iron, the ones without the clips I can't do because you need that like medieval chainmail glove in order not to burn your hands. Because Lisa, you have curly hair.
At
You
it
wouldn't know.
without. I've gotten good at it without the glove. It did come with a hot pink glove. Yes, it did come with the glove.
Hate the glove. I don't like to use the glove.
No. Me, Michelle, we're together. We're in agreement on that. I just got used to not using it and just feeling when I'm touching hotness.
I like the clip. I like
Yeah.
that I can clip and then twist and let go. And this one that he took, which I hope he got at least $25 for, that one got really, really hot. And I like when you see the hair cooking. Like I need to see.
Same. Mine,
Yeah.
mine steams. Yeah.
But hopefully you're putting a heat protectant product on before you're steaming.
Yeah, here and there.
Just get some tonic spray. Get a spray before you
Yeah,
sizzle.
I
So
know.
it sizzles the product. Come on.
I used to set the smoke alarm off in my dorm room, blow drying my hair.
No, that's
all
hilarious.
all the time, and I would have to take a pillow and like go like this because my hair is just so thick that when I blow dry it, like water just releases.
Yes, that's how mine is too. From the inside, it gets trapped. Lisa, what do you want to say?
Well, I was going to say I was a salon receptionist, so all of my hair care information comes from that. But I don't know if the people were just trying to sell products or it's really important stuff. So I don't know, you know what I mean? Because they had goals as well. So when I'm talking about heat protectant, it could just be snake oil. Like I'm not really sure.
Now I do use snake oil, and I find that actually does help my ends. I love to just do shit in the most harmful way. Like I don't like to use a thermal protectant. I do put a little oil in it, but I never use moisturizer. I'm just like whatever. Like people are like, "What's your skin routine?" And I'm like, I wear makeup. I mean, I think that does help, but literally, I wash my face.
I'm with you. I started washing my face and moisturizing maybe 3 years ago, and I'm 33. Like, I just
and you have great
never,
skin. I feel like.
Yeah, well, as a teen, I had really horrific acne, and it really fucked with my life. And then once my skin cleared, I was like, I'm not doing shit to it. I don't need anything. And then once I got a little old, I do like spending money, and skincare is a nice place to dump your money.
By the way, that leads me down a path of thinking. I do want to say one thing before we talk about spending money relating to hair items. So, Kara, you really set me up for this thing. I was flat ironing my hair in this hotel room that I'm in, not by choice because I had an Airbnb situation. And and I put the iron down on full. Is that a bug in my bed? I mean, literally, what? Look at this. Lint everywhere. Do you see that? Do you see that? Anyway, I put the iron down on my beautiful white duvet cover in the room without even thinking and like walked away, left it there for like 2 minutes, came back, moved it. A brown V shape looks straight up like skid marks. Like they're going to think I shit in the bed because it's just brown, thin line. And I don't know what to do. And I feel like they honestly should charge me for it. I feel guilty about ruining it.
I literally just at a hotel recently, I slept with my water bottle next to me and like it opened in the night and went everywhere. And when I checked out, I called and was like, I just want you to know that the bed is wet and it is water. It is not pee. It is water. Like I just did not want.
They appreciate that.
Yeah, I just didn't want somebody to like be changing the linens and be like, because it was like, the water bottle had emptied out.
I spend a lot of time reading BuzzFeed articles that are like, flight attendants share secrets you'd never know. And the housekeeper one is very much like, okay, if you shit all over the walls, just give us a heads up. Like it just sucks walking in to shit on the walls without any warning. And so, if you shit everywhere.
Well, I love to strip the bed. Like if they're going to clean the sheets, depending on what happened, I take the sheets off because I'm like, you know what? If there is biohazard things going on there, like they shouldn't have to touch that. And I feel like then they know not to get near it. Am I saying too many things? I've talked about getting stolen from, biohazard sheets. I'm feeling very free today, and I just am going to go with that. I'm enjoying it.
I love that we bring that freedom out in you, or it's just how you're feeling.
I'm spiritually very open right now. Liza, I have to apologize to you because first of all, both of you are like two of my favorite people in the comedy game. Liza, we're fairly new friends. We really only met, virtually or became friends, I feel like on Instagram really only in the past year.
But we did a charity show at the Bell House, and it was like it was really fun.
That was like over a year ago though, that show, wasn't it? It was a long time ago.
Maybe even.
I just want to bring up to the listeners, Kara and Lisa did my Sirius radio show, and then I found out after knowing you at least a year and being a fan, not even being like, oh, whatever about this person, like really liking you. I've been saying your name wrong the entire time, and I hate that, and I want to apologize. It's Liza. I was saying Liza with, I think everyone probably does do that to you.
It's totally natural. It happens all the time. One time someone called me Leslie. It just confuses people. But my full name is Yelizaveta. And that's why it's spelled goofy, because it's like a little chunk of the long name taken out.
Now, do you speak Russian?
I do, yes.
Really? I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, my friends, like Kara can attest, like the funnest part is when I talk with my parents, and then it'll be like Russian, and then I'll be like 7-Eleven, and there'll be like a pop of English.
Those are my favorite words in Hungarian, which is such a hard language to learn. The word for supermarket is literally supermarket. Like it's the same word. It's said beautifully. And I so you can always hear when people are going supermarket shopping, but there are just certain words that are identical. Russian, I have a lot of questions for you about the Russian peoples and the language. First of all, delicious food, right? What do they eat? Pierogies? Beef?
Yeah, we call them vareniki, but yeah, they are. I love, and my mom makes them from scratch, and I really do enjoy it. She actually made some chicken ones this week.
I feel like I wish I was part, and Kara, I don't know if you feel this way. I wish I was part of a group of people that had a famous mafia. Like I'm always jealous of Italians and Russians because I
am Italian though.
Oh, you are Italian.
Yeah.
Well, shit. There's no Jewish mafia. There's no like.
Don't you think that there's a Hungarian? I'm also Hungarian. Do you think that there's a Hungarian mafia? Probably.
Well, they're definitely Hungarian criminals. There's a criminal Hungarian, like a lot of them. But yeah, there must be in Hungary like some bad guys, some criminal
like
bad
a small
guys.
Network. Yeah.
Yeah, but not.
But
like
it's not.
famous.
You're right. It's not like the Yakuza. It's not like a well-known. We don't know it
It's
by
not
name.
chic.
But my parents get offended whenever there's bad guys that are Russian in a movie. They go, "Oh, really? Oh, and it's like, yeah, they're terrible people. Why are you so shocked? Like, it's gonna happen."
My mother, anytime there's is that a baby, Kara?
Yeah. Sorry, I apologize. She's up and she's like, "Where are you?"
Does she want to be the third? Does she want to pipe in on some of these topics? I would love to have her on.
She loves a good curling iron.
Oh, that would be so cute. Like one single one in the front. I'd be like, or. No, I feel like baby noises. Can I just say this? Let's talk about kids.
Hers is a cute one.
I may make you bring her to the camera before the end of the podcast because I do want to see her.
Okay, yeah.
How old is she now, Kara?
She's 20 months. So
when do you stop using months and just say year and a half?
At two. Because honestly, I used to think that was so stupid. And I do think it's stupid when people are like 32 months. Like, I think that's ridiculous. But like, if I was just to tell you one is a huge range, like when she was 12 months versus 20 months, like it's just a huge range. So she's 20 months. She's a year and 3/4, I guess I could tell you.
That's better. That makes me feel safe.
Yeah, I'm also like not that big onto the months, but some people like that better.
It's good for getting baby gifts because I do feel like when you go shopping, it's always. My mother always came from the school of thought that you get the gift like for a year from so if like the baby is born, you get her something 12 months, which I'm like, that's annoying. That's annoying. I want the baby to wear it now.
Yeah, but they get so much for right now. I used to work at a children's clothing store, so I used to like always recommend people. I'd be like, get 12 months, get 18, get 24, like just because it's nice. Like once everybody's giving you so much stuff for when they're tiny and they grow out of it so quick, and then you're like, I need more stuff. Like it's good. It's good to go down the road.
I love stuff. Lisa, you want kids? I don't think I do.
I don't want children. No.
You don't. Can we talk?
No.
Can we talk about that? Because I feel like I'm 39 years old. And I've always been like, maybe one day, like I'll be bitten with the bug. And I don't want the bug to get near me. I just don't think I want that life. No offense.
Yeah, I never
Kara.
did. I decided.
No, I am like happy for people that are child free. I really do. I think
It's a lot of work. But in third grade, I decided. But in third grade, I was not very PC, and I would always say I'm going to adopt an Asian baby. That was like my big thing. But I think it's an out for children because everyone expects you to have a kid. So you just say like, oh, I'm going to adopt, and people kind of leave you alone. I guess I knew all that at 8, but
God, you're so advanced. When you were 8, little 8-year-old Lisa had to be absolutely hilarious because you know what? Even though I don't know you that well,
the pictures of Lisa as a child are like my favorite thing. Like I'm obsessed with baby Lisa. Like she's so freaking cute. She has the exact same face, but like always like mugging, and like it's so cute. I feel like you have to put one up on like the podcast.
Kara's love of my child photos has really, I like it. It's really helped me.
what if your baby pictures are the thing that gets you to want to have kids? What if I'm like, oh my God, like this is so, because when you do see little kids, like I'll see little cute kids and be like, fuck, I want that. Like I want a sweet, cute, like a little girl to dress up and just, or put a little boy in suits. And then I see they're just disgusting. They're just dirty. I don't want that.
And I
No
like,
offense.
sometimes I'm like, oh my God, you can just literally drop everything and like go wherever you want. Like that's lovely. You know, like there's definitely trade-offs. I think it's like, I love having a kid, but I think that I'm jealous of child-free lifestyle a lot, you know?
I think I'd fuck my kid up too much.
So many of my friends have kids that I love so much. Like they're so cute. They're so fun. And like you said, I was thinking maybe that would change my mind in any way, but I don't. I just like having them around
And then giving them back. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
giving
like
them
that
back.
because Kara, I would say, has, a husband that is there, like money like childcare. There's all
So
the
much
things.
money. I have so much
And
money.
it's, no, I'm just saying like you're not like a teen mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's still so hard. It still seems
Even
so
with
hard.
resources, it's
Yes,
a lot of work.
That's
is
the
what
word.
you're
I have a
saying.
bad
Yeah.
vocabulary.
Yeah.
My
but
favorite
that's-
Kara Klenk story that I'm going to tell right now is one time. Do you know the story I'm going to tell? The one time you were so sweet after a show at UCBLA that you offered to drive me home, and you had just gotten a car, and you were like, I think you had warned me. You're like, there's no car. You were like, something about the car, and I was like, please, any car. Anyone who has a car is like a genius to me. I love it. And we got in, and I went to lower because I'm such a fucking piece of shit. I went to lower the flap to look in the mirror, which I always. It's like I'm addicted to that little mirror and like the light. And there not only wasn't there sometimes. The lower end cars have mirror, no light, which respect. This had no mirror.
Nothing.
It's just the
Nothing.
flap. And
No,
you were
this is-
like embarrassed, and I felt bad for you.
Lisa is very well aware of this car because we lend this car to Lisa when she comes to LA. It's a Nissan Versa that my husband bought without my fucking permission
Wow.
because he had recently rented a Nissan Versa and thought, these drive pretty good. So he bought it when I was still in New York. It had so many miles on it. It had no mirrors on the fucking flaps. I
Fucking
was
no
like,
mirrors.
This car is and he loves the car. He calls it Dolores. Like it's his like first child, really. And I'm
love
sorry,
that.
I was deeply embarrassed that Michelle could not look in the mirror.
Well, by the way, you should have been, because that is the one joy that I have is looking in the mirror, and to not be able to do that in a Nissan.
To deprive you of that. And then we stopped at a grocery store and you got these like Oreo Thins type cookies that I was looking for everywhere
Yes!
afterwards. And I
I
could
rem-
never find them. I was like texting you, like, what were those called?
We went to Gelson's and I got Oreo Thins, and I don't think I ever found them again either. I had to stop
because they
eating
weren't
Oreos.
Oreo Thins. They were something different, but they were good.
I had to ban Oreos from my life. Not that I buy them all the time, but it turns my stool too dark, so I can't eat Oreos anymore.
Did you ever have that problem with red wine?
What do you mean? No, huh?
Oh my God. If you've ever have a night where you're just like drinking a ton of red wine, and then you go to the bathroom and you're like, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm
I
surprised
have
that's
never
happened to
had Merlot
Red wine.
stool. I've never
you.
had like a.
Merlot
But
stool
what's the
was-
problem with dark poop? Why is it so affected? Like,
Well, no, with Oreo, it comes out like black coal, and it's just like not a normal. It's just like an abnormal color for duty. It's
I want to
horrible.
say I like the yellow Oreos more, which is controversial, but those Goldens, I like the Goldens with the birthday cake. Ugh, so good.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever had the Goldens with the B-Day cake.
Yeah. Or just the
Shocking.
regular Goldens. I really like them.
Lisa, are you in LA as well right now? I know Kara is.
No, I'm in the Chicago suburbs of Skokie.
Oh, you're in the Skokes. Why are you there? Are you with your parents?
Well, I was with my parents, but then my sister's husband's family, they have this condo and they went away to see grandkids for the winter. And so I get to stay in this condo. And that's a life changer because
Michelle,
living with
the condo is covered in Judaica. I just want you to know.
Is that what that is? Why does that? Oh my God, it's so much Shabbos stuff behind Lisa.
Yeah, it's literally a Shabbos explosion at this point.
Wait, can you give me a Shabbos tour of the in-laws, the Machatenis' house? Wait a second. Wow.
it like doesn't stop. I'm looking at 4 more over there and
Like when she walks around while we're FaceTiming, it's like mezuzah on every room door. Yes. Like it's really.
Are they religious or are they just into the art?
They're conservative. They're not Orthodox, but they have a minyan. They love Israel. They have 2 sets of dishes. They keep kosher.
They keep kosher. Every time I hear minyan, I always think of the Minions, but with like payas. Makes me laugh every time.
But it's a lifesaver. It's just not natural to be with your parents for months at such an older age when you've not done it for a long time. It really is like, it was way too tough. This is like helped our relationship so much.
I actually want to dig into that because one of the realizations I had this year, which I've always known, but this year I was like, this could have happened, is having to move home with my parents. God bless them. I love them. Is genuinely, I'd say, number one worst nightmare. I don't mean to hurt their feelings by saying it because I love them, but I couldn't have done it. And I couldn't have done it at 20 or like in college when now kids are having to move home. I would have been in a really bad place. And so I have a lot of respect for you that you were able to even, you know what I'm saying, like move back in with your parents. Did you feel like a kid again when you got there?
You revert back to a lot of bad behaviors, but not the toughest. Well, my dad had heart surgery, so it was just like a nightmare all around.
Yeah.
But what's really hard is after being in therapy, you work on all of your bad behaviors and then being back there and seeing where you got those behaviors and seeing them repeat bad behaviors over and over in front of you, where it's like, why are you being defensive? Stop raising your voice. She just brought this up. Like it's, so you suddenly see where all of your trauma came from. And that was really hard.
It's like memento for your childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Like you're looking at all your tattoos. You're like,
and Lisa does have a lot of tattoos.
Mine would just be like, fat kid, stop eating. You're eating too much. And then constantly, just like overfeeding. I'm in shock that my parents are still married. That's probably the biggest shock of all, but that they are now locked in an apartment since March together. My dad has left maybe 5 times. My mom has not set foot out of the apartment since March. And she's great for, given that she's like in jail. She's baking, she's cooking every day, cleaning a lot. They have the cat. She
doesn't go out for a walk or anything?
No, Kara, she's not left the front door since March 5th.
Oh my God.
She has COPD, and now the numbers in Miami are like literally just exploding.
Yeah.
And they have been for months. So it's really scary. But so Lisa, when you went home though, was there any silver lining to it at all though? I want to hear it from the perspective of someone in their 30s, because I do feel like creatively this is going to give you something invaluable in the future.
For sure. I think I got really good at backgammon. Like, I can't wait to bring that to Los Angeles.
You really should FaceTime my mom and play backgammon with her. She loves a good backgammon game. Go on.
I love it. Backgammon, dominoes. No, my parents are older. They're 82 and 75. So to me, it's like, I will never regret this time being home. I feel very grateful for being able to spend this time with them because regularly I'd be zipping around on the road, just like seeing them a couple days here and there. So I just think it's like, I just know how lucky I am to be able to spend this time with them. And my mom's an amazing cook. She's psychotic. We'll be eating and she'll be talking about what she wants to make in 2 hours and what I want tomorrow and what I want to bring home. Like, I understand why I eat constantly and like, yeah, but they're just nice. It's nice to see the niece and nephews. They're teenagers. My nephew just got braces. He looks so cute. It's nice.
I wish adults could get braces again. I actually feel like braces are wasted on the youth. Like, I think I would look really cute with braces right now. It would be like a fun, I don't know, there's just something like fun and youthful about it.
Well,
like, I feel
I'd
like forget Botox,
do what they
get
told
braces.
me to do. I had braces for fucking 6 years practically.
You didn't.
I just wouldn't wear the rubber bands. I just wouldn't wear them. On my way to the appointment, I would put them in and I would go, like to try to, I would like move my jaw to try to make the teeth move really quick on the way to the appointment. But like I got braces at like 20. I would at least have perfect teeth right now.
Wait, your mom didn't force the bands on you? She's a doc. She wasn't like, Kara, we don't have enough money. Stop.
My mom had 6 kids. Like she didn't have time to be like, are you wearing your rubber bands, bitch? Like she just like, I mean, I think she tried, but I was just like, they're heinous. Like rubber bands that look like you have like spit going between your, I mean, it's literally asking like a 6th grader to do the worst thing ever.
Oh my God. You really wore them for 6 years, braces?
I had the bottom on from 6th grade to sophomore year, and I had the top on from 8th grade to sophomore year.
Well, that's normal. 8th to sophomore, because I had mine on for 2 years.
Yeah.
But I had my orthodontist. 8th to sophomore. I got mine on very young, and I never wore the retainer. They gave me this thing called the Bionator, to where after I got them removed, no one cares about this. So I'm going to really make it a long story. And it was like this big plastic, like a Shaq mouthpiece that I had to put in at night. And truly it was, I mean, honestly, it was like S&M for babies, because it was a ball gag that I had to put in my mouth and keep in there. You could not breathe with it in. It was like, there was no breathing hole in there. And every morning I'd wake up and it would be on the floor covered in spit. And I'm like, well, I don't know what happened. I obviously just like shot it out of my mouth in the middle of the night. But luckily my teeth have not shifted that much. The bottom are fucked up now. But you know,
the bottom have shifted.
Let me tell you, come to England and you'll be like, I have one thing we can say about America.
Beautiful smile.
The most beautiful smile. You can say about America that we have a lot of problems. A lot of people don't respect science. We don't respect the vaccine or the corona. We love a dentist and we love a toothbrush. And that's all there is. And that is something to really admire about the American culture, is that we like to have a nice smile.
And this might be controversial, but I am very anti-veneers.
Me too. Depends, but mostly.
You're filing them down. What are you going to do if you get broke or they break? Like, I just think filing down your teeth to have fake teeth is scary, and I don't like it.
No, it's awful. It's awful. What we're going to do is, for the next part of our podcast, ladies, I'm really excited to talk to you about Law and Order, because I will make the admission on part 1 so people know to tune in, also for you, obviously, but I've never seen an episode of Law and Order. I know I've told you this before, but I feel like it's time to be indoctrinated, and I'm going to leave it to the two of you to do that for me in part 2. So what I'll say is this: their brand new podcast is out today. It's called That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast. They're just so funny. I really adore you both. You know, there's a very particular crew of comedians that I love, and they're Liza Treyger and Kara Klenk. You can follow Liza at Glitter Cheese on Twitter and Instagram, and Kara at Kara Klenk, Klenk, and also podcast at That's Messed Up Pod and Messed Up Pod on Twitter. And girls, stick around for part 2. We'll get all into your new podcast.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Midnight Snack with Michelle Collins is executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. Produced by Tracy Soren. Original theme music by Gabe Lopez. Cover art by Ben Wiseman. To listen to this podcast ad-free, sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdogpodcasts.com/plus. Check out video clips of our podcasts on YouTube at youtube.com/foreverdogteam. And make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Forever Dog Team to keep up with all the latest Forever Dog news. News.